Have you ever read a book you couldn't understand in spite of your intelligence? And although valiant try to be just as equal as all of those sequels that never come out just right. And I can hold you next to my chest and hear you tell me how I was the best you never had. And I will leave this world as I came in, naked and alone, and waiting on a ringing phone to tell me you were never in this all the way. Hey, 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 hey.
Thank you. Bravo. Bravo. That's good. We have live music for you today. Happy Sunday. If it's Sunday, Sabbath, keep it holy or unholy. And good morning, Juniper. 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 Oh, she's wondering where the guitar went.
They're like, it's all like, keep it holy. I'm like, why do you want holes in everything? What are we looking? What are we worshiping? Swiss cheese?
What is she? That's her elephant.
Yeah, it's her little
Hey, hey, good morning. Hey.
She has her eyes aren't good to see too far back away. She gotta get kind of close.
Good morning. Hey, Juniper. Juniper.
Hi, dear. She's like, hi, dear. There's my friend Jeff. I'd like to see him every day. Yeah. He's like, you want to show him your elephant? Show it. She's trying to show it.
That's the elephant?
Yeah, it's an elephant.
Oh,
see the elephant? She pull it up here. She doesn't know where the camera is. Oh. She has the elephant.
Elephant.
Yeah.
However they go. Oh, she's laughing. Oh.
She's trying really hard to talk last few days. Her motor skills are just like exponentially getting better. Like she's gone from like having like some trouble like picking things up and putting them down to like just like the food thing, just being able to pick up her own food has like made like huge leaps and bounds in terms of her dexterity. And she started to say it's good, and she started to say I eat, and mommy and daddy, and it's a few other things she's been saying.
How old is she?
What?
How old is she?
She's going on 11 months. She'll be 11 months in
okay.
a week. So about Thanksgiving, she'll be 11 months old.
Oh.
Was that? No, that's not right. No, like because she's born. Yeah, that's right.
10 months old.
Well, then this is November, and it'll be December, and then January. So
10 months.
So 10. Okay, I guess I got it wrong. I guess she's about to be 10 months. Then I thought she already was 10 months old, but I'm confused.
She's trying to talk. We'll have her as a guest in no time.
Yeah. I want to be the host of the show. I want to.
We'll get her thoughts on Israel, Palestine.
Yeah. He's like, I think they should just stop being mean to each other and get along. Stop being so mean to each other.
It's hard. I'm learning that just for being here. You have to be very patient and tolerant, and you can't always keep it up at all times.
What's that?
And that's what people you like. I said, it's really hard. I'm learning that being here.
Oh, really?
You have to be patient and tolerant at all times, and it's hard to keep it up. And that's with people that you like. So people that you don't like and don't even want around you in the first place, it's really hard to be nice to.
I definitely have that problem with people I don't like. With people I like, I have generally, I don't know. I think, I mean, unless they have to really cross some sort of major line for me to like really lose like a degree that it once I've kind of like accepted someone as like, you know, part of my family and my friends, you know, my friend family, whatever you want to call it, like your chosen family. Once I accept someone like that, like you have to like that girl that used to live with us, like she pushed me way past that line many times, and I still didn't give up on her until like it'd been going on for like almost a year. It took like a year of abuse pretty much before, like, because like I considered her family and I didn't give up on family, and I even told her like back like right whenever I picked her up out of jail. She was like, I'm just afraid. She told me at one point, she was like afraid that like me and Lindsay were just going to ban her like everybody else. And I was like, Angie, like there's nothing. I was like, if you did anything, it would take so much for you to make me turn on you that like you would pretty much make me lose faith in humanity. And for a long time, she did. Like it really, I kind of lost faith in humanity because of that for a while because like I thought I really didn't think like if she could do that then I didn't know if there was any hope, but I got over that finally. But I don't know. I have a really high tolerance for people that I love. Like, but when it's somebody I don't like in the first place, like guest on Machine Lies show, that kind of thing, like that. Like
Yeah, I don't even like going on streams with people I don't like. I can't imagine having to live next to them in real
well,
life.
Jack encouraged me. I was not feeling very well last night. I didn't really intend to go on the panel, but I went on right at the end, right before he ended his time there.
Oh, I didn't catch that one. It's probably
yeah. I'm sure you tuned out way before then. It got boring. It was boring for a long time before like I jumped on like right at the end of the stream. Like it went on for a little longer after that. But I managed to I actually managed to talk to and engage with him, and he was actually engaging directly with me for like 10 minutes. But then Machine let Tommy on, and as soon as Tommy entered the panel.
Was that after the guy left, the anti-Semitic guy?
No, it was. I was trying to engage with that guy. I was trying to pin him down on his on what it was he was trying to say. Because I was like, I was saying to him, I was like, look, I believe in stuff that I don't expect you to believe in, but I believe in stuff that I admit it's crazy sounding or whatever. I believe in all of the spiritual stuff like this, but still, like the things you're saying about like all these religions, you're saying about all about Christianity and Judaism and Islam and all these things like that. I see some of those things in some of those religions, but I don't see all of that in all of those. And I think that it's just, and it seems like your basis for that, this is all like a controlled opposition thing, seems to be based on just because you say it is. And ultimately at the end of it, I just think you're just promoting atheism with extra steps. And he engaged with that a little bit. And I'll admit the guy is very well educated. Okay, he knows his research and he knows his Bible really well. He knows his Bible better than I do in terms of like he knows chapter and verse things that I don't memorize well. I've never been good at memorizing chapter and verse quotes. I usually have to look them up. I know where they are more or less in the Bible, but like I don't remember the actual numbers. And so like he's very, very, very well read, which is like just all the more strange to me. It's like, why go through that much research, that much trouble just to like not even disprove anything, just to be like, well, but magic isn't real, so this is all stupid. I mean, it's just I know it's boring. It's boring and tedious. I don't understand like what the fucking point of this whole thing was.
We're talking about Adam Green and his theory that the Jews created Christianity kind of as a psyop to control everyone else.
Which is just, it's really, when you think about it, like you think about that conspiracy more than like 5 seconds, even whenever he tried to explain it, and he's very well spoken and very articulate. So he does make it sound plausible when he's speaking about it because he says it such a calm and intellectual sounding way.
I never thought it was plausible.
No, I didn't. I'm saying he makes it sound like if you're not paying attention to the words he's saying.
Well, wait, I don't understand not paying attention to words.
I'm saying if you're just half listening to him, like a lot of people do, a lot of people don't listen to things directly. He sounds reasonable and intelligent. That's what I mean.
Read either. That's weird that people don't process verbal information. What are they going off of?
I'm just saying, like the guy, his the way he spoke, he didn't spurg. He was respectful, and for the most part, he was respectful, and he answered questions with a tone of voice that made him sound intellectual and just generally intelligent. And that goes a long way for a lot of people. A lot of people, that's like, I mean, hell, like that's what I've said. Like that's what I think we've talked about, like Obama before. Like that's the main reason that I ever had any interest in Obama, and a lot of people too, is because he sounded so intelligent, even though like ultimately his rhetoric didn't have much substance to it, but he sounded like a reasonable, intelligent person that you could relate to, and that's what I'm saying. Like Adam Green sounds like a reasonable, intelligent person.
But the minute he says, like, if he even says one sentence about the Jews creating Christianity, that sounds crazy right from the start. And no matter what intonation or pitch or demeanor that he says it in, or with?
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I'm on your side on that. I'm just saying, but I can see if with someone who's not that accustomed to really listening to things that like a lot of people don't listen to streams or don't pay attention to them that closely. A lot of people watch them, kind of half watch them or doing other things or something like that. So I could see somebody kind of like half hearing what he's saying and not really paying attention to the anti-Semitic parts of it and something like that, and not come away with it with that impression. But
Well, I think only really stupid people would do that.
Yeah, maybe so. That might be the case, and I'm not calling out anyone specifically either. I'm just saying I just know that there are people like that. Because I can only imagine because he has a fairly big subscriber count and following. Um, but like yes, his entire not only is he saying that that Christianity was a controlled opposition psyop for Judaism, but also that Islam was a second one on top of that. Was one that
also
worked
by the Jew, like Christianity didn't do everything it wanted to do, so they came up with Islam. And what does it have to do with magic not existing and atheism?
Well, because like whenever I question him past that, and I push back because like the conspiracy, his conspiracy is so crazy. There's no point in pushing back on it. It's asinine. I saw no reason to even try to push back on it because like if you believe something like that, it's pretty much flat Earth level reasoning to me. That's like there's believing in flat Earth, and then like maybe like his Jewish people creating Christianity as a psyop is maybe just a notch above that, but not far up. It's not far away from flat Earth to me. So I don't, and just like I wouldn't engage with someone in flat Earth, I'm not going to engage on that. But I would engage with him on his basic like overall message about just like that all of these religions are a con and like they're all easily disprovable and stuff like that. But I hadn't heard him give any evidence for it. So I mentioned all I do is mention the Gospel of John. He suddenly went, well, the Gospel of John it says that he quote chapter and verse like where like they split up his clothes and cast lots for them, and they gave him like a drink of on a sponge with like vinegar and water, and he quotes those things. And he said how like it says in the Bible that those things happen to fulfill the prophecy. And he was his argument for this was that, and this is literally what he said. I mean, I'm not word for word, but I'm not exaggerating anything. He said that that the only way that those things that could have happened to fulfill the prophecy is if it was written fictionally in order to fulfill that prophecy, because there's no way those things ever would have happened naturally.
What?
Yeah, basically because the Gospels of the New Testament, the Gospel of John has two passages where it portrays two prophecies from the Old Testament as being fulfilled. Because it portrays those prophecies being fulfilled, therefore the entire thing must be a fiction.
I still understand what that has to do with atheism and whether magic is real.
Well, but then because then as it went on, I pushed further on, and I was like, and it pushed it. I can't remember exactly I'd have to go back and watch, but the exact order of things. But it came down to like But so basically, you're saying like you don't think anything supernatural, anything spiritual has any possibility of being real at all, and it's all just and basically sort of saying that God doesn't exist because God's basically magical, and he's like, yes, I don't believe magic. I said magic isn't real. Magic isn't real. God isn't real. He said magic isn't real. God isn't real, and therefore and all so like all these things like are just on their face are obviously false because of that. That's just like basic. It's like basic Dawkins atheism to like without even the intelligence or nuance that Dawkins has. I mean, it's just asinine. It was just
I don't believe any of that's real either. I don't understand what it has to do with the Jews creating Christianity.
No, I don't either. I mean, like, I know you don't believe that's real either. I don't mind someone not believing that. What annoyed me about it was all of this dialectic bullshit that he puts in front of it. All these reasonings and things that really don't add up to anything. Just when his main argument comes down to just a basic atheist argument, which is fine. I have no problem with a basic atheist argument. To be an atheist. Why do all this extra work? Like you're just like
because it sounds like two different,
mostly
maybe not agendas, but purposes or something. One is like he's anti-supernatural, right? And then a second completely separate argument, I guess, is that the Jews created Christianity as it. as a psyop to control the masses or whatever. That's two separate things. I don't understand how they're connected in the same argument.
They're not.
So I don't think he's using the Jewish conspiracy to argue for atheism. I think he's arguing two different things.
No, he is using that to argue for atheism. He's arguing that to say that like the Jews were obsessed with control, and like their entire thing that he did have it all integrated. But you're right. I do think they're separate to a degree, but he did connect them. It just
that's what I'm trying to figure out. What
his connection.
I only watched a little bit, and the part I was watching was strictly about the
he made for them weren't good connections. They weren't solid connections, but they were there. He had connections. They were just these really tenuous kind of like. Well, I mean, basically,
I don't understand why you need one to argue for the other. I don't understand why you need the Jew psyop to argue for atheism, and I don't understand why you need atheism to argue for the fact that Jews created Christianity. I don't understand why one depends on the other.
I mean, I don't either, but he still necessarily framed it that way. I'm not defending his point of view at all. I mean, basically, like I summed up whenever after I got off the stream, I messaged Jack and I basically said that like he has nothing to say except that magic God isn't real, and essentially like the whole of his argument boils down to everything is bullshit because everything is bullshit. Like that's pretty much all it comes down to. I mean, and like yes, he puts a lot of flowery things. He puts this big scoop of anti-Semitic like conspiracy theory on top of it, which is just dumb. Like he doesn't need. I mean, all I can figure is that I think his atheism arguments are really just there to kind of like coat and kind of disguise the anti-Semitist, the anti-Jewish like conspiracy he's really trying to push. I think the thing he's really focused on is trying to focus on this Jewish conspiracy that Jewish people.
That's what it seemed like to me. That's why the atheism part threw.
I mean, I think he is an atheist, but I think he uses all the atheist rhetoric more or less. I don't think he really cares as much about that part of it. He just uses it as a way to kind of like coat the anti-Semitism in it, so it doesn't seem like he's just anti-Semitic. I think that's what he comes down to.
Yum.
And I could be wrong. I mean, it could be the other way around. Maybe anti-Semitism is just a side effect, but I doubt it. I mean, I've never seen that happen before. So, I mean, I try to engage with people on assuming they're good, and I do think like, and Jack's made the comment. He said like I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I don't necessarily think that I got the feeling the guy was more or less good faith, and I was like, yeah, I do kind of see what you mean. He did come across good faith. He came across intelligent and reasonable. But just because regardless, it's almost worse if he's good faith, because that means he genuinely believes this asinine conspiracy. He genuinely believes that all of his flowery extra toppings on top of atheism thing makes any difference. And he genuinely believes his argument, which is just like, I don't know. I said, I think I made some joke comment to him. I said like, he talked pretty, but he is moron. So. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't find it terribly. Although it was nice to see somebody able to have a calm, rational conversation on Machine stream.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, although I really hated seeing Machine kind of like just. I don't know. It seemed like Machine just kind of adapted to everything he said and just like kind of went with everything the dude said. It didn't seem like Machine didn't really push back on anything. Didn't really, I mean, even things, I mean, Dude was saying things that have gone blatantly against things Machine has said and proclaimed to believe in the past. And instead of the Machine even like questioning or pushing back, he just kind of like went with it. And I was disappointed with that. But I understand he's a big streamer. You know, you're trying to make friends with bigger streamers. It's kind of the same.
You think he's getting audience captured?
No, well, guest captured. Guest captured. Just same way with like Paul and JJ kind of thing, you know. Although I think Paul pushes back on JJ.
Oh, right, yeah. I hope that never happens with me.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if you notice what it's happening.
I mean, I shouldn't say on camera, like, but we have a guest. We have a guest that I just got. I don't have the date yet, but I did hear back from him again. We're trying to get the dates worked out, but we have a really big guest coming in mid-December. Just so anybody out there that is listening wants to know, we're going to have.
Don't say it, but yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it yet. No, not until it's booked and it's definitely on the books. But But as long as everything goes right, we will have a guest that will be bigger than any guest that in these circles has actually had. That will be the biggest guest of anybody that even Paul hasn't had anybody that on that level.
Don't pump it up too much.
I mean, I want to pump it up.
I personally don't really know
people to
this
be hyped.
person, so I don't think I'm going to get captured by them. But
No, I don't.
It will be interesting to talk to.
There's no, I see no reason. I mean, I don't think we're going to have anything to really disagree with him on anyway. So it's not like a big deal on that sense. I don't see any kind of capture type thing like that. I think it'll just be a good conversation with someone who has really interesting viewpoints and has a long history with just in a fringe community. So I think that
You never heard back from any of the other people?
Yeah, I really thought I would hear back from the advocate lady, and she just, I don't know, like I said, for all I know, she'd be really busy with family or something like that. It is the holidays after all. For a lot of people are getting ready for Thanksgiving and stuff. So I'm not really expect. I think probably,
but people that were corresponding like regularly, like answering in a timely manner, and then suddenly stop, that always means something.
I agree.
Like when the pattern changes that drastically.
I don't know. Maybe you should send an email and see if she.
I'm not gonna bug her. I'm not begging anybody to be on this show. They know we're out here. If it resonates with them, they're welcome to show up.
I mean,
but I don't want to coax and coerce anybody.
But yeah, I don't know. I like she respond. I mean, when I said she responded like it took her a day to respond the first time, and then since then I sent one more email to try to follow up and try to nail down a date, and then
that's enough. That she's not interested.
Maybe so, but you never know. She might end up like emailing me back like in a couple of weeks and being like, oh, I got busy with family stuff. I've had that happen before. I've had that happen with people before. I haven't gotten responses back from anybody else, but except for those two people. But still, that's something. I mean, and really, all I've done, and this is the holidays. This is the time of year where like it's less likely that we're going to get responses back. So I'm going to try more in January. Okay. But I really do believe that for most part, most of these streamers that I think that we respect and like, and generally and have bigger audiences of, I think most of them are genuinely kind of people that would be more willing to engage with us about. We have a unique dynamic. We are unique people amongst streamers in general. Like, I mean,
you think so? I think our biggest uniqueness is we don't have all the trolls and the dysfunction.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
the streams do, but that's not hard to do. They could have the same thing easily.
But if you look at like just like who we are in terms of like our beliefs and like where we are like as a team. Like, just like I think if someone sees like, well, he's what you call yourself on your Discord profile, homocon, which is another term I never heard before.
Yeah,
I never seen that term before. I was on your Discord, but like you're an anti-theist Satanist, gay man who's
I'm not anti-theist at all. I'm just.
Well, you're not theist though.
Yeah, non-theistic.
Non-theist. Sorry, I said the wrong word, but. You're non-theistic Satanist that's also conservative and gay, so that's or somewhat conservatively leaning gay, and I'm a cis straight, I'm like the most milk-toast person in the world with a family, and I'm as wide as can be, and I'm also consider myself agnostic. So, I mean, it's a very weird combination of people. I think people see that, but it's I don't know. I feel a lot of hope, really, honestly, at the moment for everything, because I honestly, even though I went into a positive attitude, I didn't even expect to get responses at all, to be honest, at least until after the beginning of the year. And the fact that I got 2 is out of I think I wrote 10 different emails and like I got 2 responses. That's still a pretty high percentage as far as I'm concerned. And I just think that I think a lot of people, it's just like someone I can't remember who it was that always told me that. It was like you're never gonna get anything if you don't ask for it.
The worst they can say is no.
The worst they can say is no, and no one ever gets anything without asking for it, and that's the truth. Like, I mean, like, because a lot of people, they just, it's not to a degree, it's almost a respect thing too for some people. Some people like feel like it's respectful for you to just to ask, kind of thing. I don't know, but I don't mind asking.
I
I
still
have
think
no.
we should go hang out on other streams. Like
I
find
still
new
I do
new
too. I just like
streams to hang out
kind
on.
of find some though. What other streams to?
Well, we
What,
talked about Sitch and Adam, and
I mean, it's just that their comment section is really is
I
one of
don't find it that overwhelming. Not nearly like Destiny's. I'm able to have conversations in it. You're the one that told me about it because you hung out there. You had
yeah.
named all these people that you
Well,
thought
I
might.
just there was a bunch of people from PF Young's PF Young's comic community that were over there. But I mean, I think I've made one comment in such an Adams thing ever. But I'll go over there the next time
Like
they.
the whole idea came from you. The reason I even suggested is because you sold me on it.
Right. Where's the where? Let me see. Like, they might be streaming later today. Let's see. Like they stream on Sundays a lot of times.
Dev is a good one too.
Yeah, but Dev, I never know when Dev is live though. So like
What's 4:30? So
4:30.
in 2 hours.
You found it. You found it pretty fast. I did not find it.
It's
that
about Tim Pool. It's Tim Pool on the Obama bin Laden letter.
fast. Okay. Yeah,
And
they.
then,
I mean, like they mostly just do long ass React content, but yeah, they're still like they still have a huge. I mean, Paul was on there a long time ago, and I guess he must have. I think he pissed them off or something like that because like most everybody else they have back on, but not Paul for some reason.
it's probably a good. It's probably a credit to Paul.
Yeah, I don't know.
When
I
we
don't.
did
I
to
don't
piss
think,
him
I don't
off, it
find,
was probably a good thing because
I don't.
they're both competing for the same space, really.
Maybe so. I don't. I think there's plenty of room for both. I think I really see. Because I don't see the future of streaming being like like these like where we have these giant streamers like Destiny and Vosh and like or PewDiePie and that sort of thing. I don't see that being the future at all. I really see like even like Destiny and stuff like that. I see them all kind of breaking down into smaller, more mid-sized communities. I think there will always be probably a couple of like major stars in it, but I really think that the future of it is going to be smaller, more mid-sized communities because you can actually feel part of a community there. Like otherwise, you're just part of like this mass like kind of group thing, and I don't think it appeals to people as much. I think smaller, more mid-sized like communities that can support themselves, but aren't like like I'm talking about like more in like the 500,000 subscriber area, anywhere from like 100,000 to 500,000 subscribers tops kind of thing. I think once you get past like the million subscriber point and you have like thousands of people in your live chats, like it's unmanageable. You'd have to create tiers or something of like you'd have to gatekeep the people you let in like the main chat and then split everything else into like chat rooms where you could like where people could talk about other things like just that wouldn't be live on screen.
Well, I'm still trying to get up to 1,000.
Oh, I know that's far way off. But I think about these things a lot. I think about the logistics, the overall logistics, and the. I try to think about the scalability of everything. Like I try not to like I put too much energy in something that I don't feel like can be scaled or can be sustained at a long pace. I'm just like I'm old enough where I don't know. I feel like I have to plan carefully but still move quickly. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move quickly and plan carefully as I go. And like if maybe who knows? I guess it doesn't seem like we really have any viewers right now, but it is Sunday, and people are getting rid of the holidays and stuff like that. I mean, I think there was like with the grocery store the other day, like it was just people buying nothing but Thanksgiving stuff. So like people are already starting their Thanksgiving dinner cooking and stuff like that. So like I know my grandmother used to do that too. She used to start the Sunday before Thursday. She'd start basting the turkey like on the Sunday and like doing all this like and start like there was a bunch of things that she started making like 3 or 4 days before Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just like busy with family, but yeah, if Dev ever had a short fat otaku, if he ever would ever put up like if I could ever catch one of his live streams, I'd go on and talk to him. But I might just email either one of them and just talk to them about like talking on their podcast too. Like what the hell? Like they can do is say no. So I'm really surprised too. If I go to the live tab on, I went to the live tab just now on YouTube, and there are less streams. There are less live streams on YouTube right now that I see than there even were the other day when we were looking at.
I forgot they had a live tab. Let me go check it out.
This is most of these are not people I follow, so it's not just videos. It's not just channels I follow. So like, if this is all the people that are streaming live right now on YouTube, that's really weird because Rumble had at least like 4 times this many. But that was a different. That was like a night. That was at night too. Look at the thumbnail. Sorry, we saw a thumbnail I cannot show on screen. I just say I would
Not
say
safe for work.
not safe for YouTube. I don't know how they're getting away with that. It was a live yoga YouTube thumbnail that I guess you get away with it because it's yoga, because it's like exercise or instructional, but that I can't believe I get away with that. Do you need my scissors, maybe?
No, I got it.
Anyway, but yeah, like we definitely go check out the Stitch and Adams thing. Like I haven't seen a bunch of other live streams that like. I know Blair White does one. I don't know when I've subscribed to her and I'd go on hers. I definitely go hang out in her live chat, but I don't know when it's like there a lot of these streamers, a lot of these especially some of these bigger people that are kind of in our thing, that they're very inconsistent with their streams, so it's really hard to like know. You just kind of have to like catch it at the right time, which makes it kind of difficult. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I definitely we gotta get. I think we've got to. I mean, I guess I'm willing to go on Flow State's stream, like I guess with to his panels. He seems like an all right guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems like I definitely when he and Jack got into it, I definitely he was making way more sense. Jack has this thing about
What'd you have for breakfast? What'd you have for breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast today. We had sandwich. I had a sandwich and some salad for lunch, and then she's making spaghetti tonight.
Yum.
And she made a gumbo, but that's for tomorrow. Shrimp and okra.
I'll put them on. You gonna be cool, Tom Ford?
Do what?
Tom Ford?
Oh, she's just talking to.
Oh, I'm talking to the.
She's talking to the baby.
Okay.
I'm looking through the live tab and trying to see if like there's any other anything planned. I'm just not finding anything really.
No, I subscribe to the streams that interest me, and then when I pull up the YouTube tab, it shows me if any of them are on. I just keep checking it throughout the day.
Yeah, Short Fat Taco, his live. I think he does his live thing. It looks like he probably has one coming up today because he did one 7 days ago. So if he does one every week on Sunday or possibly on Monday, either Monday or Sunday. I can't tell which one.
He does TikTok too.
Yeah, but I mean, on towards his live thing, baby. And he's got it. So he's got a stream coming up here in either today or later today or tomorrow. I'll be happy. I'd be happy to go hang out on his stream because I think he's very good and Stitch and Adams. And other than that, I don't know. There aren't a lot of people that there aren't a lot of streamers that I have. I don't know. Like I was just very disappointed with the stream last night. I guess it kind of bummed me out to a degree.
Yeah, it kind of alienated me too. Of course, all these streams have been alienating me lately because they're just not the kind of people I'm looking for to have conversations with. They have petty drama. A lot of them are substance use. The trolls make it impossible to have the kind of conversations that I like to have. The anti-Semitism, the conspiracies. That's why I want to find other streams that might.
Well, I know his stream lost him at least one big fan of his last night that I talked to last night. So
I won't
behind
the anti-Semitism.
No, well, that and just the anti-Semitism and just generally like machines like kowtowing to everything that Adam had to say. Just like
Oh,
just someone who's a fan of ours and machines that talked to me, and he was just like he was like no, he unsubbed. He unsubbed, left their Discord, everything. He just like he said he was done with machines completely.
I don't want to believe that the whole streaming universe is that. Like, I think it has the potential to be so much more than just that. And I want to start using it for something
I know,
more
I
elevated.
told them it made me sad that to hear like that it would that anything. I didn't think it was that bad, but at the same time, I know machine kept pushing as though like he was trying to like get Mr. Green to be a regular part of his community, regular part of his streams, stuff like that. If that guy goes on there a lot, like I'm out. Like I can't. I'll be friends with the man, but I have no desire to interact with that guy. He doesn't have anything. He has nothing of substance to say, and it's just like I mean, if you want to talk atheism, fine, go talk atheism, but. I mean, like his stream is about like esoteric and like kind of like weird spiritual kind of like ideas and like kind of out of the box thinking and like your whole thing is just like nope, it's all fake and I don't understand why you belong there. It just doesn't seem like it's not the right space for that. And it creates a lot of it just creates I don't know I don't know why it bothered me so much, but it bothered me a lot. I think it bothered me more than anything like whenever that one guy was like how much it bothered him, and then I started like watching it more closely, and it just kind of got to me. I really want to hold. I really feel like I'm trying to hold together a community that hasn't even formed yet. I feel like people are so like ready to jump.
I think you're wasting your efforts on the wrong community. Remember that diagram I kept showing?
No, I know. You're right.
But there's something that keeps drawing you to that, regardless.
I care about Machine himself. I care about him. His stream not so much, but I care about him. So I go on the streams to support him. But
Oh, okay.
But I don't. I just like. I mean. But I would like him to eventually be part of that community. He would have to like kind of like understand like the troll situation stuff. But
well,
I
you just have to meet people where they are. He just may not be.
You're right. I mean, I'm not trying to claim I'm acting in a completely rational. I mean, that's even what I was saying to my friend last night. Was I was saying like I know this isn't rational, but I feel like I just recently started feeling like some kinship and friendship with a small group of people, and just I hear whatever you call it. I hear like those kind of this kind of like not drama, but just like people getting like upset and dissension like that kind of happening like on that level already, and it just makes me feel sad. It just makes me feel like it's really fragile. And I guess all communities are fragile.
It is if you don't know what you do. If you don't know how to navigate that kind of stuff.
And I'm usually good at
they can be fragile, and they're also fragile when you have the wrong. You try to make community with the wrong elements.
True. That's true. I think it's just that I'm trying to do the best I can with what I have, but yeah. But we have really good elements. I got you.
I personally think a lot of the healthier, more reliable, more rational people are coming from the P.F. Jung side than the Panelverse side.
That's true. That's very true.
And the IDW side.
I like that. I like our one of our fans. I like that you met today, Adaptable. I think he's a really good guy.
I liked him.
And I'm friends with Jack. I mean, I talk to him all the time. I must admit, I wonder why he goes on some of these streams sometimes and like he plays like he plays devil's advocate or something like that too much, I think, to me. But at the same time, like I've told him that too. But
is he a Fed?
No, he's not a Fed. I don't know why you're asking that.
Because everyone thinks he's a Fed.
Joshua Jones actually works in the State Department. He's an actual Fed, I guess. He's the closest thing to a Fed we have that I know of. So,
Like, what would a Fed be doing on these shit? What would Jack be doing as a Fed? Why would he be wasting his
Go
time
himself, bro.
on a
Yeah, no, but
stream with like
on our
some of them don't
stream,
even have 1,000 viewers? They're not even
I know, like
monetized.
it's just like it's no. I mean, he of all the people, he's now. I could see an argument. I wouldn't agree with it, but I could see an argument be made for like TBE being a Fed, being like a counter, like someone who's trying to like there to disrupt and try to like create.
That to me sounds like people with absolutely no life, like terminally online people with
No, I agree. I don't think he
overinflated
is.
sense of their importance.
I don't think he is. I think I could see the argument for it. I can't see an argument for anybody else though, besides Joshua, because he actually is a Fed. So
Why would any Fed? Why would you be? I don't worry about Feds ever. Why are these people even worried about Feds?
I'm not.
They're paranoid about them.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I've said for the longest time, like I've always said the longest time, like if there really were anybody spying, if the CIA or the FBI was spying on me, I have nothing but the greatest sympathy for them because they would be the most bored fucking people.
If they find my life that exciting, like, enjoy.
There's an episode of this show, Spaced. It's like the show. It's a show that Edgar Wright made on the BBC. There's this episode where like the show is kind of like it kind of takes place in heightened reality kind of thing. There's like a lot of like kind of fantastical elements that happen in the show. But like one of the episodes, like these like men in black are like following around like the main characters and stuff like that because they think that this the girl that she has like sensitive materials like because she actually picked up the wrong briefcase and all this stuff like that in the airport and all this stuff. It's like this whole plot to it. But anyway, after it resolved, like the very last shot of the episode is like these two Feds sitting in a room watching like a video feed of like them in like their living rooms, just like sitting around watching TV, like not doing anything or just like arguing about stupid stuff. And like then it cuts to the two men in black guys just like looking like they want to kill themselves, just like looking completely in despair, just going like, oh, I just can't take it. That's how I imagine if there were Feds like after me or something like that. That's what they if they would just be like bored as hell. They would have nothing. They would have nothing to take to their masters or their bosses or whatever. So yeah, I don't care that shit. I'm not interesting enough to be of interest to the government.
I don't think I am either.
I'm not a revolutionary in any kind of like, like actual like actionable sense, except for like maybe if it comes to art or like streaming type stuff. I might have revolutionary ideas on that, but I'm not going to go out in the streets and protest. I'm not going to go cause, problems anywhere. I don't have any connections to terrorists or anything.
I'm just a boring old Satanist. I have no reason to take.
I mean, me and Lizzie probably are on a couple of lists because we both have had contact with Weave before, but.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Weave is.
I mean, they don't have infinite resources. They have to prioritize their cases.
No, I'm not saying they're actually watching it. I'm saying that we're probably on a list in some way or in some database.
Yeah, I'm probably on a list too.
I'm on a lot of lists.
At least a local list.
Yeah. Well, just because like there's this hacker that was kind of famous back in like the mid 2000s named Weave, WEEV. If you look him up, he's and he went all kinds of he went straight up neo-Nazi after a long time, which was bizarre because his best friend was a trans woman who who killed herself. I think after he suddenly went full on Nazi. I think that drove her. It was just so sad. But he was like, but way back before he went neo-Nazi, like he used to be kind of like he used to run in some of the circles that Lindsay did, and like both me and Lindsay both like had brief contact with him at one point. So I'm sure just because of that, like he was the editor of the Daily Stormer for a short time. So I mean,
I think he's still doing that.
Is he still? I doubt it. I don't think the Daily Stormer's still around. I hope not.
Cheeto?
I mean, they took down Kiwi Farms. If they took down Kiwi Farms, I can't imagine they didn't take down the Daily Stormer.
Those aren't your nice ones, right?
No, these are some cheap ones that Angie left her. Yeah, but most of the hacker connections that we have mostly are due to Lindsay, but And plus her aunt used to work for the DEA, Secret Service. Her aunt used to work for the Secret Service though, so
Yeah.
and the DEA. Let's see, she was Secret Service for years. Yeah.
Yep.
Her aunt Candy, a Secret Service agent named Candy.
Candy cough.
Candy Cox.
Cough.
Cock.
K-O-P-F. Cough.
Cock?
Cough. KOPH or KOPF.
Yeah.
KOP.
Candy Cough?
Yeah.
Candy Cough.
Yep.
That's her aunt. Or I mean, it's not by blood, but like she grew up with her. It was like her aunt, like by virtue of being her mom's roommate, I think.
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
any.
we had one of those.
I don't have any brothers or sisters, and neither do my family, my mom and dad. So my online friends are important to me.
But yeah, I mean, we have a few, like, and we've had a few but other than that, like, I mean, we're still like ultra boring. I don't know why anybody would give a shit about us, but
Well, I know. Apparently they don't, because we only have
Look at her.
80-something subscribers.
Look at
We
her.
got to get more interesting.
it's just a matter getting our names out there is all it is. I mean, and people that come to our streams really do like our streams, and like because we stream every day. We're probably, you know, we're unlikely to get like people that tune in every day. We'll have people who tune in on certain days and stuff like that, but we will eventually build up a bigger subscriber count. It's just I think consistency and keeping doing what we're doing is key, but it's going to take some time, unfortunately, I guess. But
Are you still working on the movie scripts?
yeah, I mean,
'Cause that's another avenue that could generate some interest.
I'm working
Although-
with. I downloaded an app that is supposed to help you like with outlining that I've never tried before, and I'm trying to work. So I'm just trying to. I just want to create like an outline, and then I'm going to send the outline over to you and see what you think about
Okay.
outlining.
I'm pretty good at outlining too, if you want.
Okay.
with that.
I'm just trying to.
Although I'm having second thoughts with this crowd, like what I've been seeing on the streams lately. This is the right crowd to make a movie with.
Well, we don't have to make it with that crowd. We can make it with people from the Discord and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like, you know.
Okay.
I mean, like
we'll recruit for actors anyway.
And
Which is-
I do very well.
which
with
is fairly easy.
listening
It's
and-
fairly easy to do because we can do voice actors for a lot of it. We can do like just like, you know, because the reality of it is very few people are ever on screen, so we can have plenty of people that are just like, you know, just voices on a little circles in a box kind of thing, and so that cuts out a lot of like need for actual people being on screen. Actors.
I don't know. I want it to be visually interesting too. I think we should use all people.
I know. No, I think we should as many people in video as possible. I'm saying, but we can there's definitely. I think the reality of it is that some people are. It's plus there's a mystery element.
Well,
to
because
it.
it's going to be cast. It's
Yeah.
up to us how many white boxes versus people there are.
No, that's true.
Like if we decide we need a white box, but I'm wondering if we even need one. Like if it's going to add or detract. Plus, it would kind of set maybe if a standard for streaming. Like if everybody sees a streaming movie and nobody has a white box, that kind of sets a new norm for streaming.
I agree. I mean,
To the extent that people like take their cues from movies.
I definitely would prefer a world where many fewer people were camera shy.
Well, we're in control. If it's going to be cast, these are not going to be random streamers. They're
I know that. No,
So if we're in control of it, then we have the power to decide all of that.
I'm just talking about for panels in general. I would
Panels I don't mind, but for a movie,
I'm just saying I would prefer a future where we didn't have as many people in boxes. I mean, it doesn't really bother me to have one or two people, but like,
on machines last night, there were like 3 or 4 little white circles and 2 or 3 faces.
yeah, no, yeah. At one point he had up to I think he had 12 people on there, and like there was me on
How
camera.
does he get 12? I thought 10 was the limit.
I don't know. It looked like because there was after it went to 9, maybe it was 10. It's just 10, but it was like I thought it was 8 boxes across. Yeah, so that'd be 10. Yeah, there's 8 boxes up for there and 2 down here. So he had 10 boxes up there, and there was just me on camera and the guest and Adam and Machine, and everybody else was off.
Oh.
But then Cecil would come on. Cecil kept coming on. And off.
Cecil's what I could use behind a white circle.
Terry, help me. Can you help me, baby?
With what?
How do you
Well, after the stream, but.
Oh, go ahead. You know.
Oh no, it's just about something with the what is it?
my resume?
What do you need?
I can't get it open.
Which one is it?
That's for Meow Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah, this is important.
So I don't. It won't open. It won't save either. I don't understand. Can you ask me to email it to you? It's not working for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. It wasn't. The way whenever I've gotten files like that, it hasn't done that. So. We're talking about it now, Jack.
Well, we're almost at an hour.
Oh, are you just
no one
going an
else
hour?
is going to come on. We could.
Well, Jack just responded to like the comment I made it to him about the thing last night. He said let's talk about it on a stream soon. And I was like, well, come on right now and talk
Yeah,
about
you
it.
come on and talk about it. Nice. I had some comment on it, but I just can't remember what it was. When I was watching last night, I'm like, I want to mention this tomorrow. And then the whole stream kind of left my brain.
Yeah, I have to admit, I also find myself somewhat prejudiced toward. If I have a prejudice, it's not towards people of different colors or ethnicities. I have a real bad prejudice against douchey-looking white guys in mirrored sunglasses. That really just triggers something in me.
Oh, I love mirror shades.
What you do?
Yeah, I think they're so like pilot shades and military cop shades. I think they're so hot.
Yeah, I mean, I use aviators, but I'm talking about like those big mirrored sunglasses the guy had on the whole time.
Let me take a look.
I wear aviators all the time. I mean, I think aviators are my favorite kind of glasses to wear. But I don't like these ones that she's playing with right now. These are cheap ones, but I have a pair of like Tom Ford aviators like this that I wear all the time. But like I'm talking about the kind of glasses he had on, were just like they're like
those. Yeah, those I don't like those.
Something about like that kind of white boy aesthetic with like the kind of.
But I'm not picky about how people dress. I hardly notice it.
I know. I mean, I'm saying it's stupid. I admit that it's stupid. It's a completely shallow thing. It's just like I think it's just I grew up with a lot of people like that I just didn't like, and so like I see somebody like that, and my it gives me almost a disgust reaction. Like some people get that way about trans people
because your brain got wired, your neural pathways.
Douchey white guys annoy me more than just about anything else in the world.
Oh, and they don't bother me at all. Some people think I'm a douchey white guy.
Yeah, you're not a douche. What's douchey about you?
I'm just saying what some people think.
I just like I don't see it. Like I mean,
you have to ask them. I don't know.
I guess the term douchey isn't a consistently defined thing, so I suppose that's different. I think of douchey white guys as being like like.
But there are also people that are predisposed to see white guys as douchey to begin with, and so when I show up,
I mean, most of my friends
to have that reaction.
I've had lots of white friends. It's not like I'm predisposed to think of all white guys like that, but like anybody that's kind of like that jockish kind of like.
I know you said that about Flow State at first.
Yeah, he does. He has that same look too. I admit that.
That don't bother me at all. That douchey frat.
Boy. Yeah, the frat boy kind of energy. I just like that frat boy energy.
I can hang out with those people easily.
I can hang out with them, but in my head,
they don't have a reaction to me. The carrots, like a bitchy uptight white girl, has that reaction in me.
Yeah,
that's my prejudice or bias.
Yeah, I don't care for them either, but I haven't had to deal with them nearly as much as I have the other one. So.
I'm very pro-male. There's very few male types that bother me other than the trolls the drunks, the druggies, the losers, the narcissists, those types, the dregs.
I'm pro intelligent people and kind of anti everybody else.
Yeah, me too. I don't associate douchiness with low intelligence. It's just a personality style.
You don't associate what with low intelligence?
Douchiness.
No, I do. I don't know why. And it's not. I'm not saying it's
Some
fair.
people associate redneck. Like I get associated with low intelligence just because people find me kind of rednecky.
I mean, I admit that I think that rednecks don't. I don't think rednecks sound intelligent, but I don't ultimately think they aren't.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I know many
think
intelligent rednecks.
the voice, the redneck. I mean, like you don't have a redneck voice. You don't at all.
You don't think I do, but you don't live up here or Washington State.
Yeah, I suppose there's people. I'm sure there are people up there that think that because they're morons. But I'm talking about people that talk like this and really do have this voice. I mean, there's people like that down here, and like
I
that's,
know they're all over here too, but like
and they're very nice people. And
there's some
I
very
go out
bright
and try.
rednecks.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of people in my family that talk like that, and
they're good
intelligent.
people, and I generally find myself to be they're friendly and they're good people. I'm not saying there's anything. I don't have anything bad to say about them.
You just
but my
think they're
first-
less intelligent, but I'm saying that's a.
I'm not
That's
saying they're
a
less
co-
intelligent. I'm saying
Oh.
my first reaction to them is like my first reaction, my gut, my knee jerk reaction when I hear it is to think that, but then I think about it again. I'm not as successful about that with the douchey white guy thing, and it's not because I think they're less intelligent. It's because I think they're less. I just find them to be just obnoxious and just saying with the Karen thing, like with you. I just find them obnoxious.
They're just being guys. Just normal.
I mean, I've known a lot of guys, and like I don't know. It's just not my thing, I guess. I don't know. I find it annoying people wear sunglasses on stream anyway. So
I did the first time we went on machines. He had the shades, and then Neurojack was on with his shades. So I went on as a guest, and I put my shades on.
well, I get
And
that.
so there were like 4 or 5 shades on that night.
And I also get it the way that Machine does it because Machine's like an aesthetic thing. He's got this whole like
He has
He's got the
raccoon
cold.
eyes. It's to hide his raccoon eyes, which
Oh,
I
is it?
don't
Okay.
think. I don't even think they're. I don't see anything wrong with his eyes.
I've seen his eyes before too. I didn't think there was wrong with him either. But I saw like Machine's sunglasses thing is probably like an aesthetic, and I get it. It's like it's kind of like he has this like kind of like guru mystic kind of look to him. So I mean, I think it kind of works for his aesthetic like that. But just generally, just people that just go on, that just like for no reason. Like I've seen Andrew do that before too, and like it annoys me when he does it too.
Oh.
Andrew's got that same energy. That's the other reason I have that knee jerk reaction towards him. Is just that. It's just like this, like, just that bro energy. That bro, you know.
I like hanging out with bros. I guess that's what like. I mean, I have literal brothers that are bros.
Oh, I don't mind if they're little literal brothers. It's not the same thing at all. I mean, it's just frat boys, really.
It's that whole. There's like this anti-male sentiment in society right now, and some of it falls on that type. It's just like, men, bros, douchey frat boy, and I associate it all with androphobia or misandry.
Oh, okay. Well, but mine's just because like all the people I've ever known like that my whole life have always been actual douchebags that were actual
Like if
assholes.
you don't like certain types of people, just don't hang around them. But you don't have to.
You know,
Not you. I'm just saying, like the people I'm
Yeah.
thinking of that do this.
I still give people like that a chance. It just, but I still have that knee jerk like reaction when I see like mirrored sunglasses on the stream, things like that. Just
I'm not a visual person anyway. I very auditory, so I listen to their. I determine their intelligence and personality from how they articulate their cognition.
and that's smart, and it's
Visual
wise. and
things. I mean, living in the South, people dress all kind of ways. You gotta have to look past it. Flip flops, shower caps, moves, overalls.
Oh, I mean, like, and once again, I am calling myself out for being like for that being a shallow and ultimately it's an unproductive
But you're also not controlling it. It's something your brain does automatically.
Yeah,
It
sure.
responds to certain
That's true.
stimuli.
I try to overcome it. Is my point. I try to overcome that prejudice, but it's difficult. Like I've never had a problem. I've never had any knee jerk reactions about black people or gay people or trans people or anything like that. But like when it comes to the douchey white guy thing, I get this like there's part of my brain that just goes fuck you, you know. And I try to fight that as hard as I can. And I have ultimately become friends with people like that before that I've become good friends with. Like my this dude I worked with at Amazon. Like he was the other problem solver in the in like there was only two of us on our shift. Like the problem solver position was a position that there's one or two people only did it. So like me and him worked together for 12 hours a night, 4 to 5 days a week. Like, you know, so we spent a lot of time the same thing. And he was a total frat boy bro type. And like,
Puka shells.
yeah, he had the puka shell necklace and all this stuff like that. I mean, he was aesthetically and everything else. He was that guy. And I had that neat, but we ultimately got along really well. And like, we were pretty good friends for a long time until he moved away or something like that. And I never heard from him again, but still. Yeah, but I mean, like, so I mean, it's it's not like it's something I can't get past. Anyway,
What is it? What are you screaming about? What are we screaming about?
What's on your agenda today?
yeah, what are you guys doing tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
She's making spaghetti, and some people are coming over. So just dinner at home.
Cool.
I got together with a friend last night, and we laughed till my sides hurt. Like I have not laughed like that in years. It's so there's just something so healthy about the people there.
Well,
I think it's good to laugh and talk and have emotions. And share.
It's important. I think even I don't think it's more than just good. I think it's important. I mean, I think without that, without like laughter, I think really, I don't know. It's something we need, really. I've been having a pretty good time, like, you know, just hanging out like the voice channels and like hanging out and talking to people and stuff like that.
I know. I keep like that world is so remote for me right now. I used to spend every day on it, and I'm like, what's going on? I think every night throughout the day, I'll think, I wonder what's going on with Discord. That seems so far away.
I started to go there and watch a movie last night, but then I got too tired. I was just too worn out from I was bummed out and worn out from that episode last night. I just ended up going to sleep, which was good. I got some sleep, so that's
Yeah, you gotta do your self-care.
Hey there. Hi.
Hey, Juniper. Hey, Juniper. Look at the baby. Juniper.
yeah. She's waving. You can't see it there.
Oh.
She was waving her arm off the screen.
She's got cop glasses.
Yeah.
Juniper.
That's Jeff. You say Jeff?
Oh, Lord.
You've been saying words pretty good. You've been repeating them. Hey, Jeff. I don't know. Don't know if I want to try. I'm embarrassed. Where are you trying to get to? You think you can get closer? What happens if you get closer?
I don't know. I bumped my face.
Does she? I remember babies had some soft spot in their head. You weren't supposed to.
It's healed. Hers is healed. But
if you forgot all about that. The soft spot.
Just it's like you can just feel just like the tiniest little like indentation where it was. I mean, I guess it has it 100%, but it's no longer anything you couldn't like. It's like a pinprick. You can just feel like this little like indentation right there now. They heal pretty fast. It is. It's like their skulls have to have It's literally because their skulls aren't fully fused together when they're born, so they can go down the birth canal. Because
Oh.
whenever they're born, like their skulls have to like contract somewhat to fit through that tube. So
Nature is amazing.
yeah,
Evolution, whatever, the universe.
and human birth is very much different from any other animal birth. Most of animal births, like you'll see like the mother animal will like kind of wail and kind of thing, and then like the baby just falls out. It's not like with human birth though. It's kind of like it's much more gradual and slow for the most part. It's not like a bunch of pushing and then suddenly the baby comes out. Like they push a little bit, the baby's head comes through, and then like the shoulders like that. It's very different from any other. I mean, seriously, like despite how at more advanced we are in other things when it comes to like things like that, you'd almost think that we were like backwards from the way things should be because it seems like I don't know how humans survive. I don't know how.
We really are remarkable creatures. Like being a human is the weirdest, strangest thing I've ever had to do.
What other things have you had to do to compare it to?
That's all I know, but it's still weird.
I agree with that. I mean, it's
You should
just
try having a baby. That's.
Oh, I could nowadays if I wanted to, but I don't. You closing us out?
I don't know. I just picked up a guitar. I just like I don't know. I got it out of the storage unit today. I decided like I need to start playing again. Just like I've been feeling like the desire to play guitar again, and feel like
you could play something and we can end it and
you just want to go
try again tomorrow. Tomorrow's very up in the air. I think it's going to be a busy day. I will just have to schedule it whenever. So just check the YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, just you just kind of mean we can take a day off too. I mean, I've got.
Well, I probably need to take Thursday off anyway because it's Thanksgiving. And
yeah.
I don't think I'll have any time at all. And Tuesday we're going out of town. So and we have something the next couple of days are going to be hard. Wednesday I'm pretty sure I can do. So I'll just play it by ear. There may not be a stream tomorrow or Tuesday. So, but just keep checking the YouTube, people, and I'll schedule it if I can for whenever.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I'll just keep in touch with you. I sent you my cell phone number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so like you got my cell. If you need to contact me, you can contact me. Just I was gonna say we could if we maybe stream for just a little bit tomorrow if you want to, and if you don't, it's fine. Tuesday it's probably the day like we're probably gonna end up going to drive to Texarkana. So that's it. So if you're going out of town, then like we can just take Tuesday off for sure.
Okay, and yeah, let's kind of plan on maybe taking Tuesday off and Thursday for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll try to get one in tomorrow. Although I'm not sure when or even if, but I'll post it as soon as I know.
Well, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe we can do it like we do a late one tomorrow night if you're winding down or something like that. Like you were the other night when we were in the Discord. We do like a late night like wind down stream. We can just talk about like just how vacation's going kind of for you.
Okay, I'll see how it goes.
All right, man.
Okay, Chris is going to play us out, and then we'll see you on the next one, whatever that is.
I would ask for requests, but I don't have any idea. Like, I don't think I know any songs that other people know. I'm trying to think of like. What could I play here? I think one of my songs I could even play it. I don't. The overtures were singing in the background of LA, and by the heavy voices down half as big as we thought everything would be here. Lucid in your mind, and when reality hit us, we stand up straight in line, and so we crashed into the mountains like a plane into the sea, and our selfish expectations drowned us in the ocean of what we could be. What have I told you how I need you? Every single day without you, anything to help it. yeah, you're far away. Oh, in this dark little room, I've got it all figured out. You'll just come. Fucked up. You'll just come here and sit back down. I will explain it all to you. Soon you will see how everything's gonna be alright. Night, everybody.
Good night. Goodbye, Juniper.
Bye, Juniper. Hey, bye. You hear him?
Bye.
She's fasting with the guitar thing, man. She was like, and she's like she's looking at this guitar like.
Well,
what?
that's good. She's diversifying her
Yeah.
interests.
He's like, what is it, Daddy? Like, how does it do that? All right. Bye, man.
Okay. See you
Much
later.
love. Have fun. Bye.
You too.